Hello, YouTubers, and all those who happen to watch. Hope you guys are all doing pretty fantastic. Whee! So, Valentine's Day is coming up. Most people have dates, so majority don't. Either way, it's usually celebrated by festivities of, going around somewhere, laughing for no reason, then going home and sleeping. That's pretty much the summary of Valentine's Day. While it's a nice occasion, a lot of people, love the day because it represents love and all that silly kind of stuff. Me, quite frankly, I have never celebrated it with another person yet. Actually, no, I take that back. There's that one time, but that was kinda wrong. It was kind of bad. I'll share the story with you. I don't really care. People think this is ammo against me, but here we go. So, I was young, about 16 years old, or lesser, about 13 years old. I don't know where the fuck I got 16 from. This girl, and she knew my sister-in-law, and she was just one of those type of girls that was, I would just say it bluntly, a slut. Right? She would flirt for every single guy possible. Now, some guys, well, I let my girl go around and flirt with other guys because I trust her. So she's not flirting with you entirely in the first place, then how can you actually truly trust her? It doesn't make any sense to me. All the attention towards flirting should be devoted to you. If they're having a conversation, just straight up conversation, where's the worry there? But however, if it's flirting, there's another ball game right there. So, long story short, she was the type of girl that would sleep around with anything that blinked twice. And, I blinked 3 times there just about, so, that never happened. Haven't really got laid in that category. So, long story short, was not a good Valentine's Day. I did not really enjoy it very much. So, a couple of years rolled down the line, about 19 years, I've met this girl through a friend. And of course, usually when you meet a girl through a friend, it's usually because the person almost has similar tastes as your friend there, so that's henceforth why they're friends. Well, she was same kind of category. I mean, she wasn't necessarily totally as bad as the first one, but she was just as bad. Mediocrely, of course. So, you realize something after a while. You have to go out and get what you want in order to have it. And by the time you have it, you know what you got. And you're going to get what you pay for, kind of thing as well. And I look at relationships as this, and I usually look for this in a relationship. The girl can joke with me, be vulgar with me, that's fine. I'm not offended by that type of crap, as long as they're honest with me. This thing where they hang out with friends, I don't got a problem with. But if there's going to be a guy there that I've heard about that, oh, well, they're my ex-boyfriend. Yeah, okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Now, some people think that's jealousy. That's concern more than jealousy. Now, you're supposed to trust somebody. Yes, I trust people 100% usually. But when it comes to somebody you devote your time to, and you always see how they respond to these guys, yeah, there could be an old spark that reunites and you're left in the dust kind of situation. Happened to me yet again. This girl I was talking to, she was totally into me, then old boyfriend comes back. Bye-bye. Kind of thing. Now, some people see my conversation piece so far being somewhat bitter, but I learned something from all this crap versus just being bitter and looking back in the past and dwelling on it. Yes, I was upset. I had a darn good right to be upset. Anybody who had this situation happen to them had the right to be upset. Then at the end of the day, I went, oh well. And I don't look at women as being trash. I don't look at women ever being filthy and disgusting and bad. There's some that are like that. Some are just terrible people. The same goes towards males, men, guys, boys, whatever you call them. But at the end of the day, I look at it as like this, you know, I don't be dishonest with any girl. I don't. And it's really hard to trust most of these sales pitches that most of these girls that come up. It sounded like I said sales bitches, didn't I? No, it sounds like filth to me sometimes when some of these girls come with these sales pitches to me. Oh, I thought you were cute. I thought you were fantastic. And while I can see, you know, they might potentially have an interest in me, it's the same sales pitch I usually heard before. And you start learning. You start learning the basics of how people communicate and their body language and their vocabulary and it's like if they talk to me like this with such openarity. I made a word up just now. Put that in the dictionary. And how do I know they don't talk like this every guy they meet? I mean, some girls talk to some other guys just for attention, you know? It's, to me, I look at Valentine's Day as this, you know, if you manage to get a girl for several years, or you get a girl for a couple months, and Valentine's Day comes around the corner, I think that's great. You know, I think that's great that most people can be able to celebrate a holiday, or a Hallmark holiday, as I call it, even though some people bring up the St. Valentine's story there, and be able to celebrate their undevoted love or their undevoted relationship to each other. I think that's great. Have spent some more time with each, have that one special moment in the year that you could spend with that person. However, I think there's a flaw behind it because I think every single day should be Valentine's Day with that person. As I say that, the cheese meter went into frickin' overdrive, like Kraft cheese that slapped on my forehead just now. So, and this to me is usually, I don't necessarily think it's a bad holiday. I never really celebrated it, so I don't have a full thesis on it past the fact that it's an okay holiday. I think it is, the theory's okay. Hearing about it, hearing reviews, you know, positive feedback about it. Yeah, I sound like I'm talking about eBay now. But I do not ever consider the day to be the full day, the actual day throughout the entire year to celebrate how much you like somebody, how much you love somebody, how much you care about somebody. Every single day to me would be Valentine's Day if I go out with somebody. Heck, even if I fucking married the person, I would consider every single day Valentine's Day. So why would I need to celebrate it in full out bang, shebang, bang holiday? So people go, well, it's that double dose of love that day. No! It just means I have to spend extra money on some pink and red fucking item to give to you. You know, flowers say I'm sorry, chocolate says get fat, bitch. I mean, that's pretty much the holiday. Gotta give the bitch an apple on Valentine's Day. No, spray paint it pink, too. But, as I say, bitch, the sensitivity meter went... But no, it's just a metaphor. Don't take it serious, girls. I mean, most girls, you know, understand where I'm coming from a little bit. Some of the guys are kind of chuckling about that, but... I don't know. I mean, for me, quite frankly, I don't mind when girls say they think I am attractive. You know, quite frankly, I don't have any consideration towards my attractive features. Past the features look thing, I'm not that attractive. I got bushy eyebrows. I don't have I keep to myself when it comes to my personality. I don't really express it too much. I don't. Because the more you give out to somebody, the more they can take and use on you. As well as if you open up way too much, you're sometimes let for a big letdown. And now, while I'm not dishonest with people when it comes to talking to them and all that, I'm just very, 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 very ADD when it comes to talking to people. Like, I just say shit and I don't realize I say it. And I just come out with it going like, yeah, vaginal intercourse or something like, you know, I say just random vulgar stuff and all that. I mean, that's just me speaking random thoughts in my brain. I don't realize I'm saying it. I just come out and say it. Well, at the end of the day, some people consider it immature. It's just me being me. I mean, there's nothing immature. Depending on the situation. If I go into a funeral parlor and go, "Hey, who's a deadbeat around here?" That's immature and immorally wrong. You don't go into a freaking funeral parlor and act like that. I don't. I keep my mouth shut. I sit there, spend the silent moment with those people, and I leave. When it comes to Valentine's Day, I wouldn't consider it like any other day. Because to me, it's just like any other day. I just kind of contradicted myself there, but hear me out. It's that I don't consider it a day that I can actually hold dear and be like, oh, yay. To me, it's just any other day. But you're going to have a bunch of Applebee's jam-packed with a bunch of people smiling and laughing and having a cocktail or a beer. Or they're going to the local bar, or they're going to go celebrate at some casual dining restaurant, or celebrating it in their own interesting, unique ways by cooking a special dinner, or coming home going, oh fuck, I forgot Valentine's Day. That's pretty much the day in a summary right there. But for me, quite frankly, I have yet to experience this holiday because of the fact that, to me, it's not that huge of a deal, and I have not had a Valentine's date, so, like a true, genuine one anyway. Most of it was just kind of like, my genitals in my hand kind of thing. I'm just like, oh. Not stroking or anything like that. I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. Kind of thing. It's to me, most of the girls I got treated by was pretty much shitty. So, to me, the days weren't that special. They weren't that unique. I think the idea of the concept of the day, even though I think every single day is Valentine's Day is great, I'm closing this out, trust me guys. It sounds like I'm repeating myself, but I'm pulling out the clincher now out of my backside. But I think that, someday when I meet that girl, when it's great, it's fantastic, then that's when I can actually, respond better, I think. So, closing out, all those girls who are interested in me but don't really understand why, think clearly of how you think about somebody. Because if you cannot sit there and come with a full-on reason why you like somebody, there's no point to like them. I mean, I'm talking about lovey-dovey, let's go out and let's bang-bang, shebang-bang type of thing. I'm talking about genuinely liking that person. If you think they're a cool person, think they're a cool person. That's it. But don't go out of your way to set that person up for a letdown. Because you're not going to understand your own feelings. People go like, I don't understand my own feelings. I'm sorry. And they just leave the person there with their heart in hand like, just smash on the ground. Lonely Island, I'm making a song for that too. You grab my heart and you throw it to the ground. And that's all I have to say about Valentine's Day and myself. I don't hate the holiday. I just don't think it should represent what you feel about another person. So, take care, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching.